I think there's nowhere else that we can start other than with the king of the game week himself. If there's three things in life that are guaranteed, is death, taxes, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, baby.
Oh, it's sadly true.
13 points last week, 7.9 though. Shit, man, I should have listened to Couch Manager John. He was 7 mil beginning this season. Big shout out to John. Oh, go on, sorry, bro.
As I said, that was disgusting.
It is 0.9. I still haven't jumped on the Calvert-Lewin train. I think I'm gonna have to do it soon. It's getting tight, but another one from Everton that caught our eye because we know a lot of people have got Calvert-Lewin in. Digne, 2 assists last time out, 8 points. What do you think?
I think he's good. I've always liked Digne, been in the Digne fan club for a while. One thing I will say, the next 3 are a little tricky. So clean sheets, maybe not Everton's best friend. Leeds, Burnley, Chelsea. It's doable. Maybe against Burnley he could get it, but Leeds, all out attack. Chelsea, all out attack. It's a tough assignment for him.
No, it's very true. And although what I would say is, though, those assists could come because if you look at that Everton style, playing that diamond, all of that width is coming from the fullbacks. So we know they've been conceding a lot of goals, but I still feel he could be a cheeky little gem and one that we had not many people have actually gotten at the moment. And
yeah, I am. I'm worried for the old Everton toffee train. I feel the nosedive coming. They've got big boys to play. I think I don't know the exact fixtures. I know they've got Man City. I know they've got Wolves. Basically, they haven't got an easy game until the 30th of Jan, which is against Newcastle. No offense, Newcastle.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. Leeds home, Burnley away, Chelsea away, Leicester away, Arsenal at home, Sheffield United away, City at home, and then finally, as you say, West Ham at home, which I don't even know if you could call that easy, to be fair.
No, that's not easy. I think Newcastle's the easiest. West Ham in
Wolves
form
away,
right now.
Villa away, Leicester at home, and then Newcastle at home, 30th of Jan. That could be the end.
They could be mid-table.
Yeah, back to where we all know and love Everton to be. But 6.1, 13% of the game have got him. But when we're talking about Calvert-Lewin, who, let's be honest, is the main man at Everton at the moment for that price tag, I think with that fixture running, it could be tough. And I know there's one that's caught your eye in the last couple of weeks, isn't there? As an alternative to Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. He's not a new boy, but Tammy Abraham, maybe a new lease of life with Werner out on the wings now. He's doing the business, 7.2, playing through the middle. I really fancy him to now kick on in form. I think it was maybe a season 2 ago that he had a nice little spell of form. That's kind of how he got on everyone's radar. And I think he could do that again coming up. I know that you like his counterpart, though.
Well, I think what I've noticed is I think he's learning from Giroud, who, again, is one of Couch Manager John's favourite picks. And to be fair, came up trumps a few times. But you look at Tammy recently, he's got 22 points in the last 3 games. He's now starting all these games. And I think the reason, and I called this, to be fair, early, that Werner was going to play out wide definitely for this season, because even naturally he peels there. All that attacking talent Chelsea got, you kind of need, and I mean this in the least disrespectful way to Tammy, you basically need a brick wall that you can bounce off. Just a pivot.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like the Kane role, isn't it?
Yeah, hold it up and bring those guys into play. And I think he's doing that well. Lampard sees it, and I think he's going to keep playing. Only 9.2% of the game have got him at the moment. And as much as we're saying that Chelsea's next 3 aren't great, with Spurs, Leeds and Everton, all of those teams concede goals. So
yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah. And speaking of not terrible, my boy, Bruno, coming in with another 11 points. Price skyrocketing. Bruno now at 10.8. He's getting up there, but I think he's a must-have. 28 points in the last 2 game weeks. United just seem to get a lot of penalties anyway. And I actually had a crazy stat today. Since joining Man United, he has been involved in 34 goals in 35 appearances in all competitions.
I mean, it's both worrying and amazing at the same time. It's one of those ones.
It is. And we'll get to the worrying part when we blast through the fixtures a bit later on. But from an individual point of view,
True.
Bruno's your man. Gotta be. But speaking of United, or former United quality, I should say. One from the Hess playbook that came off.
Yeah, for once. It was amazing. A weird experiment of mine actually paid off. That guy Welbeck, 9 points, 0.1% have him. So I outsmarted 99% of the game, to be honest.
99.9% apparently.
Exactly, even better.
Did you outsmart yourself? Did you make your team?
No, he didn't.
Brilliant.
How can I drop Vardy? For that guy?
Brilliant. And any others for you on this?
Alioski caught my eye. 9 points, free bonus. But at 4.4, he's not a huge risk, but a little inconsistent.
And do you think Alioski will keep getting those 90 minutes at Leeds?
Yeah, it was a huge part of their game last season. I'm surprised he hasn't done more. I'm actually a little disappointed in him. But, maybe if they can stay up this season, he could be one for next season as a more consistent pick.
Very nice, very nice. And Leeds next 3, Everton away, Chelsea away, West Ham at home. Make of that what you will, people. But someone who is definitely not inconsistent with their appearances and goals, Son at Spurs. And I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely fucking furious with him. Every time I take him out of my team, he's on a madness.
Yeah.
I took him out when Mourinho said he was supposedly injured before the United game, like the rest of us got suckered in. And he smacked the 6-10. And I took him out before his City game last week with Grealish, who came back into form, and Ziyech, who looked good. And both of them did sod all for me. And Son, once again, came up with a cheeky 10 points.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, my key stat now is same points as Kane, 84 and 84.
We will dig into that a bit later. But when you think of that price difference, it is cheeky to say the least. One thing I have noticed with Son is I think you've just got to stick with him, haven't you? Because we notice in the pattern of what he does, you'll have a couple of quiet ones and they go absolutely mad. But I don't think he'll continue that early form where he had 24 points, 18, 13, 11. But even then, he had a 1 point game week. And since then, he's had a 2 and a 3 before the 10 came up. So you mix those big ones. You have to ride out the short, small ones with Son, I believe. The 2, the 1, the 2, and the 3 would have been frustrating weeks. But the other 80-odd points he's racked up make it all worthwhile.
It's very true.
Tiger tight in the battle of what you do and can be frustrating, and you've got to stick with the long haul. Speaking of long hauls, Brian.
We've got to go to a league update, sadly for me.
We have, and I say sadly long hauls because it's not been a good week for the couch managers. We can't lie.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to say I got below average. Let's leave it as that.
Yeah, I believe I was also below the average, to be honest. But as always, before we get into that juice, thank you everyone who is taking part